The Aztecs, also known as the Mexica, held a profound cosmological belief system. They believed their current existence was within the fifth sun, the final epoch of creation. This era was prophesied to end catastrophically with a devastating earthquake. This belief profoundly influenced their religious practices and societal structure. Human sacrifice was deemed essential to sustain the universe and prevent its destruction. This act mirrored the gods' initial self-sacrifice, which created the world itself. The Mexica people originated from a mythical homeland known as Aztlan, meaning place of herons. Aztlan was situated in the arid northern regions. According to their historical accounts, they were the last Nahuatl-speaking group to migrate southward into the Valley of Mexico. Their migration followed established routes previously used by the Toltec and Chichimec peoples. During their migration, the Mexica people carried their tribal deity, Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli's name translates to hummingbird of the left or hummingbird of the south. The deity communicated with Mexica priests, offering guidance for their journey. Huitzilopochtli asserted the Mexica were a chosen people destined for greatness. This divine guidance directed their movements and the establishment of their settlements. After extensive wandering, the Mexica people arrived at Lake Texcoco. There, they witnessed a divine omen promised by Huitzilopochtli. The sign was an eagle on a prickly pear cactus holding a serpent in its beak. This marked the site for Tenochtitlán, founded in 1325 CE, meaning place of the prickly pear cactus. The Mexica civilization initiated construction on unpromising marshland. Over 2 centuries, they transformed this site into the city of Tenochtitlán. Tenochtitlan grew to become one of the world's largest and most impressive cities. This development showcased their advanced architectural prowess and societal organization. The Aztec pantheon was a complex system of deities, reflecting a rich cultural and religious heritage. It incorporated gods and goddesses from various conquered peoples, expanding its diversity. Despite its vastness, a core group of powerful deities remained central to Aztec worship. These principal gods were believed to shape the fundamental aspects of the world and cosmic order. Huitzilopochtli, known as the hummingbird of the left, was the principal tribal god of the Mexica people. He embodied crucial aspects of Mexica culture, representing war, the sun, and human sacrifice. His primary temple was strategically located at the pinnacle of the Great Pyramid, signifying his importance. The Mexica carried his effigy into battles, believing he actively fought alongside them. Huitzilopochtli was thought to guide their endeavors, symbolized by his fiery serpent. Tlaloc was an ancient deity, revered for millennia, predating the Aztec civilization. He was primarily associated with essential natural elements: rain, fertility, and lightning. Believed to reside on mountain peaks, Tlaloc dispensed life-giving rains vital for maize cultivation. Conversely, Tlaloc also possessed the formidable power to unleash destructive forces. These included drought, frost, and devastating lightning, impacting agricultural cycles. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, was a revered deity in Mesoamerican cultures. He was worshipped as the god of wind, wisdom, the arts, and the priesthood. Quetzalcoatl was considered a culture hero, bestowing essential knowledge upon humanity. His gifts included maize, writing, and the calendar, linking him to creation and the morning star. Tezcatlipoca, known as Smoking Mirror, was a formidable deity in Mesoamerican mythology. He was the rival of Quetzalcoatl, embodying powerful concepts like night, sorcery, destiny, and conflict. Perceived as an invisible, omnipresent force, Tezcatlipoca could manifest both beneficence and malevolence. He possessed a smoking mirror, a mystical object that revealed all secrets and truths. Tezcatlipoca profoundly influenced the fate of individuals, from the powerful to the humble. Tonatiuh, the sun god of the current age, known as the fifth sun, held a central role in Aztec cosmology. Aztec mythology dictated that Tonatiuh required a continuous supply of blood to traverse the sky daily. This belief stemmed from the god's self-sacrifice at Teotihuacan to initiate the sun's movement. Consequently, ongoing human sacrifice was deemed essential to sustain the sun's journey across the heavens. Warriors and women who died heroically were believed to become companions to Tonatiuh in the afterlife. The Aztec pantheon extended beyond principal gods to include numerous other significant deities. One such deity was Coatlicue, the earth goddess and mother of Huitzilopochtli. Coatlicue was distinctively characterized by a skirt made of serpents. Xipe Totec, known as Our Lord the Flayed One, was another important god. He was closely associated with the concepts of spring, agricultural renewal, and fertility. Mictlantecutli, the skeletal god of death, ruled the underworld Mictlan with his consort Mictlantecuhtli. The Aztecs viewed their cosmos as a system balanced between order and chaos. This cosmic equilibrium was maintained through incessant tension. The universe was conceptualized with both horizontal and vertical structures. This reflected a complex and intricate organizational scheme of the cosmos. Ancient cosmological views often divided the cosmos into distinct horizontal sections. These divisions typically corresponded to the four cardinal directions: east, west, north, and south. Each direction was assigned specific symbolic attributes, including a color and a representative tree. The east was associated with red, symbolizing light and fertility, and linked to specific deities. The west was represented by white, often symbolizing women, while the north, with black, denoted death and cold. The south was associated with the color blue and specifically linked to the deity Huitzilopochtli. The Aztec cosmos was structured vertically, comprising distinct layers above and below the earth. Above the terrestrial plane, there were 13 heavens, each with its own celestial significance. Below the earth, the cosmos extended into 9 underworlds, forming a complex subterranean realm. Within this multi-layered universe, time was perceived as progressing in grand cyclical patterns. This cyclical nature indicated a repetitive process of creation and destruction, fundamental to Aztec cosmology. The Aztecs held a cyclical view of time, central to their understanding of cosmic history. They believed in a series of cosmic eras, each ending in destruction and followed by a new creation. According to their cosmology, 4 preceding worlds had already been created and destroyed. The Aztecs believed they were currently living in the era of the 5th sun, the current cycle of creation. The first sun, known as 4 Jaguar, was an ancient era inhabited by a race of giants. This epoch concluded with a catastrophic event involving powerful predators. The giants ultimately perished, being devoured by jaguars. This marked the violent end of the first sun, signifying a cycle of destruction. The second sun, known as 4 Wind, met its demise in a catastrophic event. This cataclysm was marked by a devastating hurricane of immense power. The hurricane involved powerful elemental forces, reshaping the environment. A biological metamorphosis transformed the inhabitants into monkeys during this event. The third sun, also known as 4 Rain, marked a significant celestial event in ancient cosmology. This period concluded with a catastrophic phenomenon: fire descending from the sky. This celestial fire symbolized a profound and fiery destruction, ending an era. The event underscored the immense and often destructive power inherent in celestial phenomena. Such narratives highlight early civilizations' interpretations of cosmic forces shaping their world. The fourth sun, also known as 4 Water, faced a cataclysmic end. This era was terminated by a massive, devastating flood event. The deluge caused the inhabitants of the fourth sun to undergo a transformation. The beings were transformed into fish, marking the end of their civilization. The Aztecs believed they lived in the era of the 5th sun, known as 4 Earthquake. This current age was prophesied to end in a catastrophic event: a complete cosmic collapse. They anticipated violent earthquakes and the permanent extinguishment of the sun. This belief fueled urgent religious practices, including constant sacrifice to delay the inevitable. Tenochtitlán was considered the central point of the Aztec cosmos. Its design reflected a profound cosmological understanding. Within Tenochtitlán, the sacred precinct held paramount importance. This area was the spiritual and ritual heart of the Aztec capital. At its very core stood the Templo Mayor, a monumental twin pyramid. The Templo Mayor signified Tenochtitlán's role as the physical and spiritual heart of the Aztec world. The Templo Mayor was not a singular edifice, but a monumental structure built in successive layers. Each ruler, upon expanding their domain, would enlarge the temple by constructing new layers over existing ones. This continuous expansion resulted in a layered architectural history, reflecting dynastic changes. By the time of the Spanish arrival, the temple comprised at least 7 distinct layers, preserving earlier shrines. At the Templo Mayor's summit, 2 distinct shrines stood side by side, embodying Aztec cosmology. One shrine, adorned in blue and white, was dedicated to Tlaloc, the ancient rain god. The other, painted red and white, honored Huitzilopochtli, the tribal war god. This duality symbolized the fundamental forces of rain and war, crucial to Aztec life. These temples represented agriculture and conquest, sustaining the Aztec world. The Templo Mayor served as the axis mundi, a pivotal point in the Mesoamerican worldview. It represented the convergence of celestial, terrestrial, and subterranean realms. This sacred site was considered the universe's center, facilitating communication with the gods. Significant rituals, including human heart offerings to the sun, were performed here.